He's gonna be missed, but obviously his legacy will live on not only in his daughters and his son, but also his grandchildren and his family. He was just wild about his family, and I think he was really happy when he spent a couple of decades in North Carolina after retirement, and he was really happy when he came back because you could just see him interacting with Ben and Muffet and Janet and the grandkids, and you could just see the glow in his eye. He was so happy to be back in the city he loved so much.
Politically speaking, he also served on city council as well as 2 terms as mayor. Certainly, he made a mark on this city. His family continues to do so. Just recently, as you referenced earlier, there was a dedication to the tennis complex at Tyson Park in his honor and his name. And give us a minute about that, Foster, then we'll let you go. And thank you for your time this morning.
Oh, glad to do it, Hubert. And thank you for that those nice words. And I know the family will be very glad. I mean, that's just the kind of person you are. You're a good person, and you keep it in perspective. But I'm getting old. What did you just ask me?
A minute. Just give the listeners a flavor about the dedication of the tennis complex at Tyson Park.
Okay. It was a dedication. I felt, and I talked to Janet, and I think the whole family felt that Kyle needed something in his name for posterity, and we went to the city, and I filed all the paperwork, and I went before the naming committee and city council, and they all passed the resolution unanimously, and that's why I think it shows such a strong testament to former Mayor Testerman from everybody, the leaders of the city of Knoxville, and just praising him for his efforts. So we went down. It was a cold, windy day, and there were probably 200 people there, a lot of them big-name tennis people and tennis people from around the country, including Dr. Patterson. Anybody that plays tennis would know about him, and he's still playing to this day. And I think, and if I get this wrong, Dr. Patterson, you're listening, I'm sorry, but I think he's almost 90 years old. You'd never know what to look at him because he plays tennis all the time.
In closing, Kyle Testerman is survived by his former wife, Janet Testerman Crossley, and their 3 children, Janet Testerman Cresswell, Benjamin, as you referenced earlier, Long Testerman, and Muffet Testerman Buckner, who is the wife of our friend Jimmy Buckner. A lot of people may not know that. He is survived by 2 brothers, John and Brian Testerman, and 5 grandchildren. Arrangements have been made. A celebration of life will be held at 4 p.m. April 21st at Cedar Springs Church with the Reverend Bill Barron officiating. The family will receive friends following the service. Rose Mortuary Marin's Heritage Chapel is in charge of arrangements. Foster Arnett, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, sir. And let me say one quick thing.
Yes.
The reason they're holding off on the funeral is because UT's tennis team is in the SEC tournament, and they were just adamant about wanting to be there to honor Mayor Testerman.
That is a wonderful tribute.
It really is, to have young kids or young adults come out that may not have known him real well, but they said we want to be there for the family and to show our respects to Kyle.
Thank you, Foster, and please give my best to Dottie. Thank you.
I'll do it.
Thank you. 37 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. Dave, give me 30 seconds, if you would, please. That was the clerk of Knox County, Foster Arnett, Jr. But, however, as you heard him say, he is a close personal friend of the Testerman family. And I called him this morning once again on short notice, and he responded, and you heard the rest of it. Megan, former Mayor Testerman, your thoughts?
Oh, I hats off to him for the wonderful, the World's Fair. It was such I grew up going to the World's Fair, and it was just such a wonderful opportunity for me to learn as a child, and downtown has benefited from it tremendously. I know that we, as you said earlier, that hit kind of a slump after it, but it's really bounced back and is better than ever.
38 minutes past the hour of 10 o'clock. We mentioned earlier the great B.B. King was in the hospital last week. He's